Chapter 7, Lesson 7, Girls and Utility. This is a fundamental requirement for moving up the social ladder. A social climber must have access to girls for a variety of reasons which we will discuss. The first is social proof. Having access to girls means you know who knows who can get girls, and eventually, you know a lot of girls you can hit up when needed. There are many scenarios where this could be useful, but we will discuss only a few of them. It's important to note, back in Lesson 4, Social Proof, that one of the core ways to display social proof is by working on your female charms, becoming good with the ladies. You cannot ignore this part. But before we continue, let us consider something. Humans are degenerate creatures. As mentioned earlier, most of the people in positions of power have the weirdest inclinations, perverted even. If you can satisfy their cravings, it becomes easier for you to state your importance by means of doing so. Take this scenario. You go out with a powerful man to a club. The man is interested in a girl, but of course, as a powerful person, he is not particularly inclined to approach her himself. This is where you make your move. Remember, you do not have power. You are subservient to the powerful, for now. So it is important you please them and make yourself a valuable asset while clawing your way up. Back to our scenario. You must then take the lead. Do you like her? If he answers in the affirmative, you simply walk up to the girl and do the arrangement. This is why it's important to be skilled with women and conversations. Sharpen your silver tongue and be a straight shooter. How to get connected. The first and most important thing is that you are appealing. Your sexual market value should not be low. You should be at least fuckable. The girls should like you. Get one outgoing girl and get her to introduce you to her friend's circle. If you can get the leader of the group, she can easily contact other girls when needed, and you can do your thing. You might choose to ignore this aspect, and you'd be right. After all, who wants to be a female trafficker? The point is not to focus your attention on women and being able to supply them, but that when the specific situation arises, you can. There shouldn't be anything you can't provide. It is imperative to have utility in every area you can. Once you have your circle of girls, you can always invite them over when throwing a party. The people who have power need you for very little, and your job is to make sure that you are valuable to the point of indispensability. Now let us consider Lesson 1, Money. If you send a girl over to a minister's house, you should not ask him to pay for any sort of expense whatsoever. You must tell her not to ask him for anything. Her job is to make him happy. You must pay for all expenses. This is why having money is paramount. Let's take a breather. This is not the most moral lesson of the course, but you were warned. This is a social climber course after all. Your job is to make yourself valuable and eventually gain power and influence. The dirty things that those who got up did are not revealed to you for cheap. You will need to keep your mind open to understand how these things work. Now, getting back to the matter at hand. Understand that most men are depraved and powerless when the issue of sex and women comes into the picture. They'll gladly let a little girl disrespect them because she's beautiful and they want to sleep with her. You must take advantage of this common occurrence. If you manage to have them on lock when in this area, you'll be able to achieve a lot with them. Don't get the illusion that you're building friendships. Friends don't try to use each other. You're engaging for mutual benefits, and that's all you should keep in mind. Remember that it does take a while for you to get acquainted with someone to the extent that you start interacting on this level. An easy way to accelerate the process is to throw a party and invite this person you're trying to get close to. Then do your thing and see how they respond. Do you like her? He just smiles and takes a drink. Excuse yourself and have her at a table with him in less than 5 minutes. Quick moves always win the heart of men when it comes to their inner depravity. They don't want to wait. When a man sees a woman he would like to sleep with, he wants her now, not later. He's taking her clothes off with his eyes. Assure him he'll be doing that soon by putting her next to him. Might be your ticket to getting that important deal signed. If you're bad at this, practice. If you're not interested, forget about being a social climber. Ideologies. You need to be able to watch out for people's ideals. Not everybody thinks the same way. Be careful not to insult a man by offering him something he ideologically despises. Take note of the person's words, inclinations, and gestures. What are the undertones of his words? Is he a religious person, or is he a degenerate? Does he take alcohol or not? Does he smoke? What does he smoke? I will say this again. Be careful not to insult a man. Some insults will not be forgiven, so you must tread very, very carefully. You want to align yourself with a person's ideologies to connect on their spectrum, while still being versatile and able to switch when with someone who holds different ideals.